Hello everyone, we are again at the showroom, in front of the showroom which we've been last time. And on my left hand actually there is a standard lift type of the industrial door, which comparing with the previous one, which is a vertical lift type of the industrial door, you can see what we were talking about. We need to see the installation space to choose which kind of lift type we are going to use. So as we mentioned last time about the aluminum fast speed door, which we had one behind me. Today we are mainly going to talk about the PVC type of the fast speed door. And on my left hand over here we have the example of the PVC type. And as we always say, we have all different options like for the materials and for the motor, for the accessories. For the normal PVC, the faster speed door, we can choose the iron material for the bars, for the plates, for the trucks, and for the, let's say if you want to choose the aluminum type, aluminum material, yes of course, we can choose the aluminum type of the material. As well for the motor, we have the regular motor and we have the servo motor. And last time when we were with Mr. Luo, we saw how he was testing different kind of motors. Those are all for your options. And besides the normal PVC type of the fast speed door, we have over here, if you guys follow me with the camera, this is a windowproof, wind resistant type of the door. And if we get closer to see the details over here, material over here, it's rubber instead of usually it's brush. So obviously we can imagine what's this for. We call it wind resistant or windproof because for the wind pressure resistant system it's different. For the normal ones usually it can take only, let's say, like 40 newton per square meter, but for those ones it can take around 200 newton per square meter. And if we come to this side, we see upfolding style. This is another type of the PVC door with upfolding style. So what is the difference? Again, this one, the water resistant type, like the pressure figures, is a little bit higher than the regular one. It will come to about 250 newton per square meter. And besides of that, you can also see over here, the motor is in the middle. Why the motor is in the middle instead of carrying the other one? It's by the side. Because for the lifting system, this one is lifted by the, let's say, the tube on the top. But for this one, it's by the belt. It's lifted by the belt. And usually we use those normal ones inside of your warehouse, inside of your workplace. But for these ones, we can use it as outdoor because, like we said, the wind resistant system, the figures is a little bit higher. And for the, let's say, opening space, opening size, it usually is smaller than 30 square meters. But some of our, let's say, customers, they might use it for big space. For example, we have some customers use this kind of upfolding type for the, like, the shipyard. But they also need the PVC type of the door. So what can we do? We can also do the strengthened type of the upfolding door, the same kind of like upfolding style, but much bigger. The size will be limited around like let's say 140 meters and times like let's say 60 meters height. And for those kind of like outdoor strengthened type of the upfolding doors, then if we're talking about the wind resistant figures, it will come to around 800 newton per square meter. So it's much strong. Then we can use it for big size like I just mentioned, for example, the shipyard. So if we come closer and see the details, we can see for the size of the opening space, for the rounding speed, for the winter pressure resistant application, construction difference, they all have different type of the figures. And by the way, for the delivery time, for these normal ones, no matter it's upfolding or the faster speed PVC ones, it's usually around half a month, 15 days. But for the big ones, those ones which we use it for the shipyard, because we need to use the steel frame up over here. So the material, when we purchase the material, we make the structure of the steel frame. It takes a very long time compared with those normal ones. So around 3 months if you want a upfolding style for a big shipyard or somewhere with a strengthened type. It takes much longer time. Basically, it's about the, let's say, information about the PVC type of the doors. And if you guys are curious about the strengthened type of the upfolding door, I can show you the catalog over here. For example, like this, or like those one. You can see here is the car, so the space is huge, and of course it needed to resist a lot like stronger wind pressure comparing with the indoor ones. As we mentioned all the time, we offer a lot of different options. No matter it's indoor or outdoor, we need to know the working environment, the using environment which you want the doors to function for. Just tell us the using environment, tell us the requirement you want, and our personnel, our technician, our professional person will tell you, will give you recommendation what kind of type is the best for you. Thank you. And Charles just helped me to open the upholding type of the door over here. Again, here will be the delivery space. So the noise is a little bit off. And when we open it, I actually forget to mention, when we open it, and when it goes to the top, you can see it takes a little bit of space on the door. So for the function, for the user of this type of the door, we need to know the up space over here, like which will take after we install it. And if you want it to go up to the opening limit, like very top of the opening side, then all the installation needs to be a little bit higher than usual. Otherwise, here you can see one panel of PVC will be on top over here and cover a little bit of the opening size. That's one part of the difference between it and the other rolling type of the PVC doors. And by the way, for this kind of design like the rigid window, it is also optional. And here you can see it's a bright yellow color. And by the outside, the normal PVC fast speed door is a blue color. These kind of colors are also optional. And yeah, it's about what we are covering. And this one size can also help me to open and close to show you guys how that works. As I showed you guys earlier about the speed of the PVC doors, you can see it's around 0.6 meters to 1.2 meters per second. It's adjustable. For these indoor ones, it's a bit faster, but for the huge ones for shipyard, those ones strengthened type, it will be a bit slower. But the speed is also adjustable. You can choose how fast you need them to function every day. And here is the illuminated fast speed door we talked about yesterday. This is another sample. And this is a normal type of the PVC fast speed door. So here is basically what we are talking about today. And Charles will show you again the other door, how it closes and opens. We have a small story over here. Yeah, when we close it. Yeah, that's because of the trolley. It's our safety device, one part of our safety device. And behind me, as you guys see, is 11.8 meters of blade at the channel. We saw last time. Today they are already packed and waiting for delivery. And our workers over here are working, loading the materials and accessories and everything. Today, so it's basically what we are going to talk about. And this is the showroom. I showed you guys last time. All the samples over here. And then later on, we will talk more about all different products like we scheduled last time. And for example, let's say the mega doors, or we call it the hand doors. We have some of the customers build we install those kind of doors for, like, for example, the airplane or some other big type of the environment. See you next time.